Hi, we're Glenn and Amber Schwarm.
And welcome to the Big Flip and Break.
We created the Big Flipping Break because we wanted to help one person take the journey from startup to finish cashing the check and help with that entire process.
The Big Flipping Break is about way more than just teaching you how to make money on this one deal. We want to empower you with the knowledge that you need to move forward.
We have chosen a couple from our home flipping workshop to mentor, and that is David and Alicia King. We're gonna provide the money to purchase the property and all the money for the renovation for that property for their first big flip. We're gonna go to the closing table and get that, and then we're gonna split the profit together.
What David and Alicia don't know is that we're secretly testing them to see if we want to partner with them long term and give them their big flip and break.
In the previous episode, David and Alicia finally found a general contractor for their flip.
And the building permit printed it out last night.
Okay.
And David shares some heartbreaking news.
My sister got a diagnosis of cancer. She got told that she had 2 weeks.
Then Glenn and Amber put David and Alicia to the test with an elaborate prank, posing Glenn's cousin Mike as a New York State environmental conservation agent on a mission to dash all hopes of a profit for the couple.
$40,000, that's what we're potentially...
That's our profit?
That's what we're thinking.
Have you heard anything?
What time are we zooming? And we need to talk in capital letters.
Oh boy,
Uh-oh.
I hate doing this to them.
All on the Big Flip and Break.
David and Alicia think that they are flipping this house to split the profit with us, and they are. What they don't realize, they're part of a much bigger picture. We're grooming them. We want to see if they are somebody that we want to become their banker, become their private lender.
As we're lending our money out, we need to feel confident that the people we're lending to are able to handle the pressures of this business. So we're testing them basically to see if they're going to be able to handle it.
I'm excited about it, but I'm also a little nervous and scared for them to see how they handle it today.
And I hate to put undue pressure on somebody that they're not expecting it. But at the same token, we have to make sure that our decision to be their banker is a good one too.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
What's happening?
We just left Alheim, and as we kind of like gave a tour and kind of showed
You had the filming today, right?
what was being done and what still needs to be done.
Has everything been going along pretty smoothly with the contractor?
Pretty smoothly, yeah. I mean, he's communicated well. However,
Yeah.
somebody from environmentalists, whatever.
Econ stopped by.
Encon?
Encon.
Encon? I don't know.
First he said, we have a buried oil tank on the property that needs to be taken care of.
Is there a buried oil tank there?
I don't know.
I don't know. I have not seen one. I've not seen remnants of one. And he's like, well, sometimes they cut the thing and cover it.
I mean, that neighborhood is notorious for having those.
Yeah, and I knew that, and so I said, okay. And I kept on pressing him for like, okay, give me more information. I want...
Yeah, because he wasn't telling him much.
I'm like, you got a business card? No, I'm going on vacation. I have a business card. And I saw that he had his folder or whatnot. I'm like, okay, this guy's legit, but I kept on pressing him for more information. I said, you got to give me more, man.
What did he want?
We got to get it removed.
Yeah, and he said it could cost up to $40,000.
So here's what I perceive to be the problem is, if you're just doing it because that's the normal thing to do here, and certainly we've filled a lot of buried old tanks and it's been completely legit and there's no problem with it. But if somebody like Incon is getting involved.
So if that gets involved, Encon gets involved, those are big numbers. And so they came to you.
I don't know why they're coming now, not before.
So this is not a good problem to have.
No.
How are you guys feeling right now? What does this do to your mental state?
Well, we were like, okay, so we thought we'd make $40,000, split it, that's $20,000, we make no money.
But you got the learning experience.
I think right now I'm level. Yes, it sucks, but I'm level because not that, I enjoy going through this or I enjoy having to deal with this, but I know I have the right people around me.
If you don't have us here, what do you do?
probably just trying to do all of my research, and
we would
figure
it out.
Yeah.
It would just take a lot longer and it would be a lot harder.
So I love that you guys are going into solution mode. I think that's really, really good. I mean, certainly Glenn and I have had our freak out moments in the last 15 years.
We were just talking about how we were actually doing good on budget and coming in below budget and things.
And then wham!
I think I have good news and bad news.
What's your good news and bad news, baby?
What do you want first? You want the bad news or the good news?
bad news.
Alicia still got a smile on her face, so that's good. So does David.
The bad news is that
I had a feeling. How dare you? The wrong person.
I have just passed the stress test.
So the good news is there's no oil tank there, and that was my cousin Mike.
Like, how else would they know that we are here?
I was like, why would they come now?
Oh my word.
So look, there's a lot bigger play here, but we have to test you, right? We want to test you, and you haven't had a test in this job yet. You haven't had a big hit yet, which is a good thing.
Come on.
What's that?
I said, come on, do I get an A?
You got it. You got an A.
You guys both get an A+. Honestly, because a lot of people would panic and freak out and be in tears and all that kind of stuff. And the truth is, you didn't. You stayed level-headed, cool, calm. That's impressive, right? Because these things can happen. And by the way, Amber's the one that printed this, so don't get mad at me, okay? So
I cannot.
No, you printed it. I just made it.
Welcome to flipping. It was easy. Everybody would do it.
Yep.
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
Have a great weekend. We'll talk. We're here if he is.
All right.
See ya. Bye.
She has a date.
I have a date.
David and Alicia have passed Glenn and Amber's stress test. The team is now meeting up to check on the contractor's progress.
Where was that buried oil tank? Was that cool?
Awful. Absolutely awful.
Biggest jerk ever.
I'm just glad I actually kept my cool.
We had some cool things that were thrown at them, like we had to keep the
column with all the dates or the height of all the person's
kids and grandkids.
grandkids.
Yeah.
Did we save the post? That's what we need to know. All right, it's over there.
Right over there. She gets
Good.
it.
That was an important emotional piece
Right.
to connect your community, and they did that. These are little simple tests they've done along the way, so that was great.
Oh, this is
Opened up.
out. Yep. Nice and open.
We got our window moved.
Yeah. The window's so much better.
It is, right?
And that new pipe.
Oh, we got rid of that wall too.
The what?
The wall on the side.
They haven't been calling us with every little thing. They ask the questions when they need an answer, but we don't seem to have to handhold them with every little decision.
The upper cabinet depth is only 12 inches, so it actually won't be in the way.
We have the fridge going there.
Oh, the fridge is going there?
Yeah.
It's okay. That's just a junction box.
Okay.
It's not going to be a breaker box.
Okay.
No.
As long as they have access to it, they had to get to it. They could open it up. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
They would have to move the fridge out. But
That's okay.
Is the sink still staying where it was?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, sink is staying where it was. We kept the layout that we were talking about.
And then
Stove
is going over here.
Yeah.
Okay. With cabinets on either side.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now the construction process, they work with you a lot on.
Yeah, they've done really well with that too. There's been some questions that have come up along the way, but that's to be expected, and they're not silly questions. They're legit questions that if you've never done this before that you would know. And we didn't just throw them in the deep end of the pool and say swim. The great part about having coaches and mentors is that there's a system to follow, and so far they're doing really well at following it.
Yeah, they are.
The plumbing and stuff going up here for the new bathroom upstairs.
Yep.
So they got that all open and
Good.
being taken care of. He said it should be done today. So
The life of a real estate investor has ups and downs on a daily, if not hourly or minutely basis, right? I mean, it's always up and down. And the secret to being successful as a real estate investor is to know how to manage that stress. And that's what we're looking for is how do you manage stress? How do you manage personal stress on top of now you add on a business that has its own level of stressors. Yeah. And can get really serious and really stressful. And that is what we're looking for out of them.
Why is that there?
What is it?
huh. That was the closet where the laundry was.
Right. We're just doing the washer and dryer there.
What that is?
What is that?
A buried old tank?
It's a very old tank.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding.
Gray water.
Is it gray water there, you think?
Yep.
Or is it a buried oil tank? Because some of these.
No, the buried oil tank is outside somewhere.
A lot of times they used to be right here. They used to be around here in these
No, it's out
houses.
back.
Oh my goodness.
See the lines
Make my heart race.
Did you know this?
No.
Lines and everything, yeah.
All right.
I just found them today, actually. We're cutting the pipes out of that wall.
Where's that?
Coming out of right here to the other corner. You can follow those, they go all the way outside. Out the
Where do you
back
see
door.
pipes? I don't see
Right
pipes
here,
here.
right
Oh,
Oh,
over
no,
here.
right here. These two little guys.
Oh, the
little guys.
Oh,
yeah.
the fill line. Okay.
Yep.
Well, was it a buried or was it just on top of the ground?
No, it's got buried out there.
You think so? Because these are
I
all.
feel like I'm living
Okay.
up deja vu right now.
That's my guess, I mean.
All right.
Whoever it is, they just kicked them off. They didn't actually take them out, you know?
So wait, we have a buried oil tank or we don't?
I believe you do. That's what it sounded like.
So it would be right there.
That would be my guess.
Okay.
Those have to go. These have to go. That is what we think it is.
What is that?
It's a buried oil tank. I'm not even kidding. I wish I was kidding. I'm not kidding.
That looks like electrical.
Yeah.
Is it copper?
It's not.
Taste it.
See it? Copper.
Oh.
Oh, it sure is.
It looked like a black wire.
They have to go. That's my opinion. Because that's if it was no, yeah, it's probably under here someplace.
Under here
there.
or under there?
When we first bought it, remember that big old bare spot that you saw? Oil tank size?
Where was that?
Right here where the siding was, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Big old bare spot on the paint.
Yeah, so he thought it was
That's why I
gone.
bought it. It was right, it just sat right here.
That would be my guess too. That would be my guess too, because why else would that
Why
platform
else
be
would
there?
it be? Yeah.
That's a weird spot to put a platform. That would be my guess as well.
Move it all. Yeah. I just want.
Those are the real 2x4s. This is what the real pros do.
I don't want them. Do you see those wires coming through? You do.
Right here.
Ah, yes. We are saved.
Oh, praise the Lord.
That could have
Yes.
Good. That's good.
Right there. Okay.
That's
Okay,
good.
yay.
Good problem to have today.
That tank was right here.
Okay.
Good. So the wires are from here to there.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, thank God. We were gonna have to pull that sucker out. That was not gonna be good. All right, we'll stand task. We'll
All right.
keep cranking along, and
Yep.
hopefully we shoot for another 3 to 4 weeks tops. We're done. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
So-
pushing for too.
All right, we're good. Let's do it.
All right.
Hey, everybody. We hope you're enjoying the show so far.
You know, if you've followed Amber and I for any length of time, you know that our mission is to help everyday people create wealth through real estate investing, because that's who we are and that's what we did. So to that end, we want to get to know you, and we would like you to get to know us. So we want to make sure we connect with you on social media and give you as much information as we possibly can, and Amber's going to tell you how to do that.
Yeah, the best way to do that is to go to glennandamber.com. And on that website, you're going to find links to our upcoming home flipping workshop. You're going to find links to our podcast, The Real Estate of Mine. And there's also links to all of our social media platforms. So whatever platform you use, please like us, follow us, connect with us, and make sure you comment on any post with questions and comments. We personally respond to all of those.
Yeah, we love to do that and interact with you guys. So listen, you can also get a copy of our book, The Birth of the Everyday Real Estate Investor, on there. There'll be a link to take you over to Amazon to grab that book too. Remember, our mission is helping everyday people create wealth through real estate investing, just like we did with David and Alicia. So with that, let's get you back to the show.
Glenn and Amber have set new deadlines for David and Alicia to complete the flip, but some electrical concerns are surfacing.
As of right now, mudroom is sheetrocked, kitchen is sheetrocked. It looks like that range is not completely done. Like it hasn't been, that wire hasn't been run.
That's all past the inspection now?
We're past the inspection, yeah.
The building inspector came or the electrical underwriter? I'm surprised the electrical would have passed if the range isn't done.
So there's a UL, they have to have an UL inspection done. So
yeah, I think he signed up on the rough ends. But if the range wasn't done, should he have done that? Or is that what you're saying?
I'd be surprised.
Hard to say.
Yeah,
Sometimes they're loosey-goosey.
It was hard to get him there, that's for certain.
Yeah.
But he did get him there, so that was good.
Work is moving along, but after another week, Alicia has run into yet another challenge with the general contractor.
So Friday last week, we're finishing up with the contractor. We had decided, because work wasn't really getting done quickly, or he was moving guys here and there, we decided that we were gonna pay him a certain amount per guy each day. And so Friday came, some of the things were done. I had given him a check. He said, all right, I'll be here tomorrow. I'll finish mudding some stuff so that our painters could get in.
And our flooring was coming.
And flooring was coming on Monday. So he knew
everything
needed to be cleaned. We have a list of rules, keep everything broom swept, making sure the workspace is neat.
And then so you got here Monday morning at 7.
Yep, to meet the flooring guys.
And
the house was a disaster.
Yeah,
like
it was all over
there was mud for the taping, like all over the floor. I mean, like globs of mud. I text him nothing.
Flooring guys were like,
I felt so bad because I thought the house was gonna be cleaned. The flooring guys were like, I'm gonna spend a whole day laying or scraping all the mud, cleaning the mess. So we're like, okay, we need solutions.
Right, because the flooring guy told us, look, we can come back tomorrow and knock this out.
If everything's done.
If everything's done and ready. Otherwise, we won't be able to come back for another 2 to 3 weeks.
So we had about 24 hours.
My mom came.
Yep.
Our
daughter and a couple of her friends were like, hey, we'll pay some teenagers, come scrape some mud. We were there cleaning. And hey, I think we kicked butt.
I think we did.
We have a solid crew. We were able to get the flooring installed. We had the painter come and do a lot of the painting. About half of it's done, I think.
The tubs.
We thought we were doing real good. We're like, forget the contractor. We got this. I had the subs under control.
Yep.
The contractor is missing and has left David and Alicia with a lot of unfinished work. They need to tell Glenn and Amber they are delayed again.
You lost a contractor. That never happened.
I know Alicia just pissed him off and they just said, I can't deal with that one.
I brought him iced coffee like 2 days ago.
Give me a quick synopsis. He just backed out. Couldn't do it.
Just crickets. She's trying to call him. He said he was going to show up, clean up. So solution mode. Those are the problems, and it's important to know what the problems are. But even more important than the problems are how do we solve them. So what's left to do? Are light fixtures in?
No, I contacted an electrician that we know that's really, really good.
But he's also not.
He might be a little bit more expensive.
So electricians typically charge more than like a contractor would because they're licensed.
Yeah, there's no GFCI outlets in the kitchen. The contractor never put those in.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll get flagged during inspection.
Yeah.
Actually, you guys already had your inspection. You had your electrical inspection, right?
It doesn't make any sense. And then I said to him, I was like, okay, so where's our permit? Like, does he just run with that?
Well, it's an underwriter.
Okay.
It's an underwriter, but the town should have had to have had that before you got like your final.
So I'm wondering if he was truthful about that?
If who was truthful?
Contractor?
I don't.
Because how would it have passed without a GFCI? Because he noticed that yesterday.
It wouldn't have passed unless somebody just like made a mistake.
Our electrician friend came in and he was like, do you have a permit? And we were told that we had a permit and that things were inspected and they were good.
And the building permit printed it out last night.
Okay.
Put it in the Dropbox this morning.
We also started noticing other problems with the trim being, half the trim was put on wrong. The plumbing, a lot of the plumbing was done incorrectly, larger pieces than really were needed, or some plumbing was put in the wrong spot, too high, too low.
I met with a friend of ours who is an electrician. He's great. He said we have a lot of work that did not get done properly.
We have a lot of work, so the electrician, so those guys didn't know what they were doing. Yeah.
So give us
Why
some
am I not
details.
surprised?
We have a wrong wire for the dryer. So he said he needs access to be able to run the right wire because the tub is set.
Let me ask a question. Didn't we have a rough-in done? Didn't you have a rough-in electrical inspection done?
So that's what he told me.
You didn't see it though. Yeah. There's a simple lesson, right?
I've gotten paperwork from that rough-in inspection.
Yeah, you know.
So
Yeah.
So is there a permit in the window
Yeah.
or on the door?
So I asked about a permit and he said that he had one. And I said a couple times, like, we should have it out on the window because there's the rules that we have on the window. I taped them right there and said, oh yeah, we will. I'll grab it.
But it never got put there.
I have a question. Okay, let's back up before this.
We're not sure there's a
My electrician, his first thing said, call the town.
Do you don't have a building permit? So you don't have there's no building permit.
I have it in my hands.
Wow. Okay. All right.
So before I called the town, I would reach out to the contractor one more time and just say, hey, it's cool. I'm getting the work done. I understand you probably are overwhelmed. Can I just get a copy of the permit? Can you tell me where the permit is?
He's not gonna answer because he doesn't have one.
Well, I've texted multiple times, and then I called probably 3 or 4 times, and then David was like, after 2 days went by, he goes, you call, you just keep calling until he answers. So I probably called about 10 times.
So I think that unfortunately what's gonna have to happen is you're probably gonna have to call the town and explain what's going on. You never been a building inspector out there ever?
No.
Do you want to call him right now? Are you on your phone or your computer?
I'm on my computer right now. I can
Let's call him. Let's do it.
Put it on speaker.
Put it on speaker. Let's do it right now.
Hi, Donna. My name's Alicia King. I'm calling to see if my contractor pulled a permit for our house on Alheim Drive.
What's the address?
1019 Alheim Drive.
Let me check on that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I don't see anything. What are you looking for?
It's a building permit.
A building permit for what?
It is a full house renovation. So a bathroom, like bathrooms, kitchen.
You need to fill out a permit.
Okay, so yes, exactly. I can't believe we don't have one. Okay, so what do I need to do to fill out a permit? Do I need to come down there? Okay.
Come online, fill it out online.
All right, I will get that. I will get that printed and right over to you. Thank you, Donna, so much. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome. All right,
All right, bye-bye.
What we expected.
So did she say there was no permit on the house?
There's no permit.
Yeah, so he lied. Here's the funny part. When you fill a permit out, it's sort of from today forward, if that makes sense.
Okay.
When he comes out, he'll see the house.
They may or may not show kindness.
They may or may not. But I would just say, listen, we did work on the house.
But you can actually genuinely play the victim card here because you were the victim. Well, you thought there was a permit, and so I wouldn't go in overconfident and.
No, I'm not overconfident right now.
I got screwed. I paid the guy. It's right in our scope of work to get the permit.
I agree and disagree because if you act like you know absolutely nothing, then he's gonna be like, well, then tear the walls. I gotta see everything.
I didn't say no, nothing. I just said that my contractor told me he got a permit and screwed me.
In this episode, we had some manufactured drama that we're not gonna lie, we had a little fun with. But then we had some real drama that was not manufactured that was a pretty big deal.
Yeah. So we had the oil tank that we thought we had. There was about 10 or 15 minutes of major panic that we had there. And then they had the permit problem. Look, we are helping students. We help David and Alicia get through all that mentally, but also physically, right? So one of the things we teach people how to do is to make sure that you double, triple check everything.
You have to do your due diligence.
Just because we have a checklist we provided for them, when it says get permit, it means you have to actually verify the permit. So we help them get through this, and even after the mistake, we're able to help them get back on track. You'll see in the future episodes.
Yeah, so if you want to learn all of that kind of stuff and you want to get those checklists so that those kind of things don't slip through the cracks, come to our home flipping workshop. It's a 3-day virtual event that you can sit on your couch watching just like you're watching this. Go to homeflippingworkshop.com.
Cool, we'll see you there.
We really have a major situation on our hands now that could seriously cost us $10,000. Half of that money is mine. That comes right out of the profit. If we have to tear all of that sheetrock out, that's gonna be a major screw up just by missing one small thing. And the one small thing is, you didn't check that we actually had a permit, you trusted the guy to actually say, and you never noticed it wasn't on the door? Just starting to have second thoughts on if they're the right people for us to partner with or not. So I guess time's gonna tell how this all plays out.
Join us on the next episode to see if a permit will be granted.
They might make us rip out sheetrock. They might make us rip out a lot of stuff, and they could be nasty.
A new contractor could be found.
I've been so jaded by all of their stories and their sob stories and their lying and their screwing and everything, all their excuses.
Or if Glenn will call off the partnership before it's even begun.
We're going to add a line to our coaching items. It'll be called the David King line. It's going to say, check the actual permit at the job site when you get there.
All on the Big Flippin' Break.
Our mission is to help everyday people create wealth through real estate investing, because that's who we are and that's what we did. So if you like our style, you like the way that we teach, you like that we're very real and tell you exactly how it is, then go grab our book on Amazon.com right now.
Listen, we wrote the book, The Birth of the Everyday Real Estate Investor, How Real Estate Not Stocks Create Wealth, because that's our life. We've built all of our wealth through real estate investing. We know how to do it in any economy, in any market cycle, any inflationary cycle. If you buy the houses right and you know the exit strategy, you can do it. The book chronicles where we started, tells lots of stories and gives lots of real hardcore advice, and tells you exactly what to do to be a successful real estate investor, just like Amber and I did. So please go to Amazon right now and grab The Birth of the Everyday Real Estate Investor, because the world has changed and real estate is where it's at. No matter what the economy is doing, real estate is always where it's at. So go grab the book. If you love it, if you found it helpful and you learned a lot, give us a good review, and we'd love to meet you in the future.